Okay, let's start with our jingle.
Hold my dog!
The podcast. Thank you very much for joining us. This is our very first podcast. My name is Xander Allen.
My name is Wesley Bennett.
And we've been wanting to do a podcast for about 5 days now. So it's amazing we actually got to this point.
Which is quite a long time relative to whatever being you might be.
Just so you know, this is not about dogs, really, unless it comes up in conversation. This is not a specific dog podcast. So if you have started to listen to this thinking that you're going to hear lots of like walking tips and grooming tips, you will be really disappointed.
Yeah. So, but stick around, because you might enjoy it.
Yeah, it's got. So we were talking about doing this podcast, and we thought, shall we do some stuff with a bit of news? And I did. But we wanted it to be in context of what we're talking about. Now, we're musicians, and so a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about is probably going to be music-based, and there's definitely going to be some music stuff today. But one of the, just so you know, the news that I was going to bring is this. So I'll tell you the news I was going to bring, and we don't have to talk about it, but this is how it's going to start. Okay, the Washington Post.
Right.
A Spanish court rules against holiday homes that hired guards to enforce nudity. Right.
Okay.
So basically, there's a nudist beach.
They enforce nudity.
Yes. There's a nudist.
Why aren't you naked?
There's a nudist beach in Spain where it's in a holiday apartment complex in Spain, had strict rules about nudity in communal areas. It was mandatory. And there was even security guards in place to ensure that no one wearing clothes would be allowed into the swimming pool.
Wow.
And the gardens.
That's rather righteous. Very 2023, isn't it?
But not everyone was happy, and a row over regulations had led to drama in the Homeowners Association and lawsuits. Yeah, anyway, that's the one I was going to bring up, and I thought that was hilarious as a title.
Absolutely.
But the more I read it, the less interesting it was. I just like the idea that there are these big Spanish security guards.
Are they naked?
That's a really good question.
They're really, really overdressed.
Yeah. They were actually wearing too many clothes, almost like the people who want to wear clothes are like, can I just have one of your socks?
Yeah.
No.
For my penis.
Yeah, that's the first thing I want to cover up. I didn't want to come on this holiday. My wife forced me. I think she's sleeping with the pool boy.
Like midlife crisis. Mm-hmm. They're probably going to get a divorce. She's like, let's try something wild.
But the truth is, Wes, that news doesn't make any sense in the context of what I thought we could talk about today.
Absolutely.
Now, I've been quite excited. You're a songwriter.
Yeah.
Indeed. I'm a songwriter.
Indeed.
We write very different types of music.
Yeah.
But I think we can both agree that the process of songwriting, it can be arduous and sometimes a painful, but sometimes mostly a brilliant experience. But forget all that, because what I want to show you today is...
I'd love to forget it, actually.
Just forget
for
it.
5 minutes, if I could.
You can forget it for about half an hour.
Brilliant.
So there was a website I found a few years ago called songlyricsgenerator.org.uk, and you can write your own songs and lyrics in less than a minute. So basically, all that time that you've been writing music...
Jeez.
You have been wasting your time.
God.
How many songs do you reckon you've written?
Wow. Since the beginning?
Since the beginning, yeah.
I'd want to say 1,000. I just think there's so many. I know, and all the ones that get lost.
Yeah. They're the heartbreakers.
And
sometimes, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, don't worry about that. And also, you wasted a lot of your life, Wes, because think about that.
Thanks for finally letting me know.
Each one of those songs you could have written in less than a minute. So that would have only been less than 1,000 minutes.
Now, this kind of fucking terrifies me, I'm going to be honest.
Well, we're going to get onto it, because obviously the hot topic at the moment is artificial intelligence and whatnot. Now, this predates modern artificial intelligence. But let's just say we want to write a song. So let's just off the bat. So I'm gonna give you. So I'll give you the genres. You pick one, and then you're gonna give me that, and we'll go from there. So you can do a freestyle song, a line by line song, a rap song, a metal song, a love song, a rhyming song, a summer song, a country song, an X Factor song, a ballad, a Christmas song, or that's it.
Country.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say
Of
that.
course, man.
Okay, fine. So we got to fill out a whole form, but that's fine. So let's start with the beginning.
Okay.
Need a prompt. Fill in time form with random ideas. Is the song about a boy or a girl?
Boy.
A boy. Someone you're devoted to, e.g., Janet or Bob.
I'm devoted to Janet the boy. No, Bob.
Okay, we'll just.
Oh, are we picking our own name?
You choose the name. Yeah.
Oh,
Anything.
someone you're devoted to. And it's a boy. Craig.
Craig. An adjective to describe a truck.
Of course.
Go on.
Damn. Rusty.
Oh, nice. Rusty balls. Something or somebody you miss dearly, e.g., my nan or mountains.
Ooh.
Could you possibly miss the truck?
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
My truck. Okay. Hang on. A place in the country, e.g., Nashville or St. Ives.
Wyoming.
Oh, okay. How am I spelling
W-Y-O-I-N-G?
Yeah, I got yeah. Two geographical features of the place above, e.g., mountains or rivers. I just need one first.
Oh, just one. I think maybe like pine trees.
Okay. Yep.
Pastures. Pine trees and pastures.
Pastures. Okay, two adjectives.
Codeine and weeds.
We're nearly done. Two adjectives to describe those geographical features. So tall, green, that sort of thing. So, can I choose one?
Yeah, please.
I want to say stumpy pine trees. And you choose one for pastures.
Pastures. Stumpy pine trees.
I've got one for pastures. I'm sorry.
Okay, what is it?
Milky.
Yeah.
Like pasteurized milk.
Okay, no, I like it.
I don't know if it's good. And a colour, just any colour.
Beige.
An adjective to describe somebody's hair. Okay.
Thick.
Okay, that's a sound you hear in nature.
Sex.
Something you shouldn't live your life like, e.g., a fool or a cheat.
Oh, cruel.
Oh, that's a good one. A positive characteristic for a person.
Kindness.
That is the first one they offer.
Oh, I mean, it goes a long way.
I can't spell. There we go. Kindness. And finally, what is your artist's name? What is your artist's name? Name is exactly the sentence.
What's your artist's name? Did the AI write all this too?
This sort of predates AI. I think this is just an algorithm.
Okay. Okay, our artist's name might be something like...
What's a country, like a country...
Shania Twain? No, we can't. That's already a name, right?
Yeah. Also, she's not bad.
I do actually, I can get down with a bit of Shania Twain.
Yeah, for sure. Don't impress me, man.
Maybe not that one. All right, what do you name? Maybe like Richard Wright.
Richard Wright. Wow, that's the whitest name I've ever heard in my life. Okay, Richard Wright. I've written right as in turning right, not right as in W. Yeah, so it's alliterated. So it says write me country song. Oh, exchange problems. You can't use the word sex, apparently.
Fair enough. So, sound you hear in nature.
Should I put fornication? It can't say that that's a problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nice way of...
Okay, I've got the song.
Great. Can I just say, what it would let us put in that box is the word, murder. But you can't put sex.
Okay, so the song's title is Always Stay Kindness, Craig. By Richard Wright. A country song. I grew up overshadowed by stumpy pine trees. You couldn't catch the eye of no city boy. Here I'm devoted to Craig. How I love the way you look in your beige jeans. Can't believe I let the smog cloud my eye. Where the stumpy trees stand and the milky pastures surround, I ride my rusty truck with you by my side. There was a whisper in the Wyoming breeze, reminded me of my truck. The whisper builds, the whisper cries, my truck in the morning skies. The city folk with their fancy gadgets, cement pine trees like gray tombs. That's pretty good.
Hey.
That's a really good line. Don't have nothing on our way of life, just listen to the fornication. Okay.
This is this could be a great tool to like inspire some lyrics. You know, if you get stuck on like a second verse or something.
Well, you don't get ahead of yourself here, because the next verse is, don't live your life like a cruel. Today might feel like a time to be like a cruel. But that ain't no way to lead a life. You know, there's a lot of drive-by in my rusty truck. Folk who is messing up, always stay kindness, Craig. Always stay kindness.
Always stay kindness, Craig.
In Wyoming when I was a child, I met a kindness man. How can you be so kindness? I asked. Here was his wise reply. Yeah, and it goes on like that.
Wow.
And the lady's gone now. It's sad, really. Word is she had thick hair once. Little Craig, keep your jeans beige. Always stay kindness, Craig. Fornication, 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 fornication.
Fucking hell. Wait, so this thing sounds to me like this is a template,
Yeah.
and you just like now we understand it a bit more. We could put certain words in,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much going to be the same song, but just with
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, it probably will. Yeah, I think so. Now, on the flip side of that, I don't know whether to go into this straight away. That was great. That is an example of how computers could write you a song. I don't know when this website came out, a few years ago, but since they've opened up something called OpenAI Chat to the world, I've thought maybe we'd have a look at that version of writing a song. So let's compare. Let's compare. So let's use some of the things we put in. So you can literally ask it. Do you want to do it? So you just type it in. So you literally ask it. So could you say maybe like write a country song about a guy named Craig with a rusty truck?
A man named Craig with a rusty truck.
And just press this little guy there.
Verse 1. Wow. Well, there's a man named Craig. I feel like I want to play this.
Okay, grab the guitar. This is nuts to me that you can do this. Okay, just tuning up.
Right. Jeez. Okay. Verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro.
So it's actually told you. Can you just describe to people listening what the AI has done?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've just written a prompt in this little send box saying, write a country song about a man named Craig with a rusty truck. Standard. And then below that, it's a bit like a messenger screen.
Yeah.
It's come back at me with a message, and you see it write it out like a typewriter. And it said verse 1, and then it just started writing a verse. Chorus, started writing a chorus. Verse 2, chorus, which is the same as the last one. And it just does that until you get to the end of the song, which is pretty amazing.
I'm interested to hear this. I'm excited.
Well, there's a man named Craig. He's a simple kind of guy. Drives a rusty old truck, but he doesn't bat an eye. He's got a heart of gold and a smile on his face. Always willing to lend a hand anytime or any place. Oh, Craig and his rusty truck, they're a sight to see. rolling down the country road, as happy as can be. Well, he may not have much, but he's got all he needs, with his rusty old truck and his good-hearted deeds.
That's amazing.
Yes.
What do you think of the AI having written a song compared to the song generator that we just used?
I mean, immediately, this is much more well-formed and articulated than what we previously did. And the way it's forming lyrics, I'm not massively good at articulating stuff. That's why I write songs, because I'm not very good at speaking.
Should we ask the AI to say what you want to say? No, I'm joking.
It's going to get to that. It's great. What I feel it might lack is a personal touch.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, sure, it's slightly funny because it's about Craig and his rusty truck.
Yeah, which was the only prompts you gave it. Like,
Right.
you could ask it now. You could say, okay, that's great. Like, could you change it so that it's a red rusty truck? Could you also change this verse? And it would do that, which is something you can't do on the song lyric generator, which we just used. Now, there's a massive court case going on at the moment about AI art work. I think it's that online website who do royalty-free images, and they are suing an AI company who have been producing images. Now, AI art, when you type something in, it will give you a picture within seconds, similar to what we've just done, but artwork. And the argument is they're drawing from this huge database on the internet, which include other people's established works, and then modifying it making it different.
Sure.
Now,
but is that not what we do as people?
that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So what this AI that we've just typed into now is a very similar AI. It's learnt from information that it's been given, information that we've typed in, information other people have typed in, and the entire spectrum of the internet.
Sure.
Is that not something that you could do as a human being?
Absolutely.
Right? Like if I said to you, could you write a song in the style of could you write a country song about a guy named Craig with a rusty truck?
Sure.
I don't think it would be too dissimilar to this,
Yeah.
but yeah, it would miss that personal touch,
Absolutely.
like your sense of humor or just those little things. I don't think it's a court case which has any weight personally, because
Well, it's kind of scary because as people we are limited to as far along as our brains are, or personally, you know. Whereas a computer, you know, it can do it in 2 fucking seconds.
yeah.
So where's the natural creativity or the wonder in that? It might. Are we going to limit this? Do you know what I mean? Is AI? Where do you put the boundaries on
the restrictions? Well, it is currently restricted. This AI is restricted. I mean, you couldn't. There's certain things it won't do.
Sure.
And that is protective, I think.
Sure.
But that's the scary part.
Yeah.
What happens when someone has the ability to take that away? Also, what does this mean for songwriters? Like there are. I mean, I don't know. I wanted to do this today. And look at different styles of basically cheating writing songs, because I'm not interested in using AI to write a song for myself, because who the fuck would know? No one would know. If you asked him to write that again, it would be a completely different song, by the way. It won't do the same one twice.
Right.
So that is the unique thing about it. But I think a lot of people would take advantage of that. Like
Sure.
you can ask it to write like a blog.
Right.
In fact, I'm going to ask it something now. Write an intro.
What I wanted to say quick is the way it wrote that song. The way that the song forms is you get to know Craig a little bit,
Yeah.
and then the chorus is an overarching theme about his life and his existence, and verse 2 is another part of Craig in another time,
Interesting.
which is genuinely how country songs go. And then you have the chorus, and then you have the bridge,
So
which
they-
we didn't read out, by the way. So, and then you have the bridge, which is another point of view, which are quite normal themes for this kind of style of music.
He's written a story, essentially.
Absolutely, sure. But I mean, that is super handy You could, if you were writing a song, you could chuck in a few of your lyrics and words,
Yeah.
and then get it to fire something back at you, and it could give you some inspiration of, oh, that's where I should take this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you look at it in that way, then it's the same as going, okay, right, I would like some inspiration for what I'm going to paint next. And you look
Right.
you look through a million art books and you say, oh, actually, I want to do something in that style. I mean, if you look at Banksy, a lot of his work is based on this French guy called something Lerat or something.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
very,
man.
very, very similar stencil stuff. So, yeah, I mean, everything is a remix of something, I think, at some point. There's no originality really left. It's about creating originality through remixing almost, I think.
Absolutely.
So I've asked it just now to write a podcast intro for a podcast called Hold My Dog.
Sounds great.
It did it in about 3 seconds. Welcome to Hold My Dog, the podcast where we discuss the latest and greatest in pop culture and music. We're your hosts, Wesley, Bennett and Xander Allen. And each week we'll be diving into the hottest topics, trends and news in the entertainment world. From the newest releases on your favourite streaming services to the latest celebrity gossip. We'll cover it all. So sit back and relax and let us hold your dog as we explore the world of pop culture and music together. How good was that?
That's great.
That's better than anything I could have written.
Yeah. It's just, again, there's these themes. There are ways that you can. Excuse me. If you're going to write an intro to something, there's a way to write it.
Yeah.
You can pick apart each line and compare them to other intros.
Yeah.
And you'll see that each of those lines are saying similar things. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And actually, I think you can sort of you could spend time listening to podcasts or listening to songs and structuring it in your own way and learning that process. I think the longer you do something, the process speeds up and you have it nailed. And that's why change is sometimes nice. But this thing just did it in a second. That's crazy. I'm going to ask it the same exact question and see if it answers in exactly the same way. Yeah, it's completely different. It's not completely different, but it is different. Welcome to Hold My Dog, the podcast where we explore the intersection of pop culture and music. I'm your host, Xander Allen, and Wesley Bennett. And each episode we'll be diving into the latest trends, news, and controversies in the world of entertainment. From the hottest new artists to the most binge-worthy shows, we'll cover it all. We'll be dissecting the deeper themes, discussing the impact of pop culture on society, and examining the creative process behind the music we love. So if you're a fan of all things pop culture and music, grab a leash and let us hold your dog as we take on a journey through the wild and wonderful world of entertainment.
I really like that little end bit. Grab a leash, let us hold your dog.
That's nuts.
Wow. I think what we should do is have this thing write our intro.
Well, it has done too. We could just keep asking it. Okay, because the first time I ever did this, I must admit, I did this the other day just to get a flavour for it, and I didn't specify that it wasn't about dogs.
Right. I was wondering that.
And it was like, and it said, it literally went, "Hey, welcome to Hold My Dog, the podcast where it's all about doggy dogs, where we talk about walking dogs and grooming dogs and loving dogs and hugging dogs and grooming dogs and walking dogs while grooming dogs. So grab a leash and jump on a dog and just take it to town, take the dog to town." But yeah, that is the world of AI. It's terrifying, actually. I think, but I think you're right. Working with it rather than against it. Anyway, I'm going to now try another song from Song Generator.
Okay, brilliant.
But before that, have you ever thought to yourself, man, I really, really need a band name?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So just tell me a little bit about your band. Two adjectives, for example.
Two adjectives. It's folky. It's calm, I suppose. It's quite calm.
Folky.
Mellow. Actually.
Mellow, yeah, okay, that's two.
Yeah.
And the lead member's first name, well, it's Wesley. A place that has special significance to your band.
Boscombe.
Boscombe, the south of England. A singular noun. So like heart, guitar, drum kit.
Guitar? I'm not very good at those kind of things. I'd just like to state now that I am dyslexic, and I find that kind of thing quite difficult.
That's okay. I got you.
Thank you.
A verb ending in ing.
In ing. What's a verb?
Like singing.
Oh, okay.
I'll put singing.
That's great. Thanks, man.
A day or month.
A day or month? July.
An animal. A plural animal. So it could be so it could be a multiple of one animal.
Okay. An animal. Bear with me. I say monkey.
It'd be monkeys.
Monkeys.
Yeah, we can say that.
Hmm.
Monkeys. Lovely. A group of people.
A group of people.
A group, so it would be a plural. So one of the examples here is plumbers, preachers, or Australians.
Indians.
We're going there. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, they're a group of people.
A colour.
I'm going to say red now because I said...
Red.
Yeah.
A number greater than 1. E.g., 2.
7.
7. Right. So this is going to give us... This is the same company, the website that makes the song generator.
Mm-hmm.
This is a band name generator.
Okay.
A part of the body, finally.
A part of the body?
Mm-hmm.
Foot.
Okay. Write me some band names. Okay, I'm going to read them out to you. Guitar Metal. The Folky Can for the Indians. Wesley Talent. Boscombe Revival.
Love it.
Wesley Yelsu. No
That's
idea.
Weird. That's
King-
my name backwards.
Oh, it is? Yeah. Oh, my God. I just realised that.
That's my PlayStation name. That's kind of odd.
That's weird. King Red.
King Red.
Wesleyatron. One girl, 7 guitars. I want to know what that's doing.
Fuck yeah, man. That's a party.
Folky Dream and a pinch of guitar. The Mellow Guitars.
These are all horrible.
Guitars 7. Flight of the Red Monkeys. Undercover Guitar and the Folky Guitars. The Singing Guitars. This is pretty good. The Folky Heroes of Boscombe. 7 Dust. Oh, I see what they've done here. Taking Back July. 7 seconds
That's the best one.
7 seconds to Boscombe.
That's about all you need.
Guitar for the Indians. And Super Folky Monkeys. Singing at the Disco. Disciples of Boscombe.
Singing at the disco.
Twilight of the Guitar Gods. The last one just says, This Guitar. Another Folky July. That's pretty good.
That's kind of cute.
That's nice.
Yeah. I don't think any of those should ever be band names. There's one about that one. Taking Back July is like a.
Well, it's Taking Back Sun. Is it Taking Back Sunday?
I don't know.
That's the band name. Taking Back Sunday. But yeah, I used this a while ago with my friend, and we just put in like stupid names, like I'm gonna do it not so seriously now. In fact, I'm just gonna do the suggestions. Russia. Here we go. I'll give you some. Spinning July Monkeys. All right, you ready? 7. I'll put 17. Here we go.
Okay.
Bring me the ants.
Bring me the ants.
One girl, 17 ants. Russia Panic.
What?
17 balls. Weird spinning balls. Rubbish Russia balls. My heart, your hands. The Russians. The Russia Strippers. Letter from Maggie and the Bulls. Riot of the Red Angel, It's My Angel. Angel Failure. Saving Maggie. The Spinning Ants. I think my favourite was Wild Spinning Balls. That's great.
These sound like some early 2000 pop punk band names.
Yeah. Yeah, that you'd find on a free CD with Kerrang.
Stacy!
Oh gosh, yeah, actually I sort of want to do a pop punk.
Get her to write us a pop punk song.
I can't do pop punk. I can do metal. I can do love song. I can do summer song.
Why don't we try this other one?
Oh right. Oh
Yeah.
right. Okay. Right.
Pop punk. Can we do it about Stacy?
Write a song. Write a song in the style of Blink 182.
Nice.
Blink 182 about a girl called Stacy. So anyone out there listening who might be called Stacy, this is a complete coincidence.
Absolutely.
For what's about to happen. We don't know what this is about to say. Write a song in the style of Blink 182 about a girl called Stacy. Go.
You haven't met anyone called Stacy?
Yeah, actually, I work with
Maybe.
someone called Stacy, so it's probably.
Okay, well, we'll leave that there.
This sounds a little bit not like. This sounds a lot like. So I'm just gonna read the chorus to you. Oh, Stacy, why can't you see that you're the only girl for me? That sounds a little bit like something else. Okay, may I have the guitar, please? I'm gonna try my hand at pop punk.
It's in another tuning.
Oh, that's horrible.
Do you want
Yeah. Let's not mess around.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll just retune it, and that'll be horrible for everyone.
Let me get this one.
So this song is basically, while Wesley's doing that, I'm just going to read some of the words out. Stacy was a girl I knew back in high school, very Blink 182. She had a smile that could light up the whole school. So they've rhymed school with school. Which is incredible. Well done, AI. This is the pinnacle of millions of dollars of research. and it's essentially just rhymed school with school. I'm going to say, okay, can you try that again? That again.
Right. Xander, I really need the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. We can also cut that.
Yeah.
We'll cut from this.
I really
And he's back, everybody.
We're back.
Excellent. So this is, I've been practicing whilst you were away, Wes.
Yeah.
Because I want this to be the best thing I've ever done. And this is called, this is a song about Stacy, and she's a pop punk queen. And we're going to do this full pop punk style. Stacy, she's always on my mind, with her bright blue eyes. And her hair so blonde, so fine. What do you think so far?
That is spot on.
Is that pretty pop punk?
Yeah, I mean, I'd change some of the lyrics.
Well, of course. I mean,
But that's
okay,
relative.
we're going straight into the chorus now. Stacy, won't you come my way? I've got a feeling I can't shake. Every time I see you, I just want to say. And then we went our separate ways after high school was done, but I never forgot the girl who was always so much fun. I never forgot the girl, I hear she's moved on, but I can't help but wonder what if she'd be in my own. Stacy, won't you come my way? I've got a feeling I can't shake every time I see you. I just want to say that I need you in my life today. My life today.
My life today.
Bridge. I know it's been a while, but I'm still the same old me. And I can't help but feel that we were meant to be. Now we'll meet again, and I'll find the words to say that you've always been the one in my heart today. Won't you come my way? Feel it every shaking moment. Every time I see you, I want to say, Stacy, I hope you hear this song. And maybe one day I'll love Stacy's mom. Yeah. I added the last bit.
Nice.
That, for those of you who, well, it's not a radio show, you would have been listening from the start. That was an AI written song. Obviously, it didn't give us the chords for that. Oh, I've just realised.
Yeah.
Maybe we should ask it to give us the chords for it. Can you give us the guitar chords for this song? That is a good question. Sure, here are the guitar. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's nuts. Just so you know, it's coming up on the screen. It's not just like giving you ideas. It's relative to the previous lyrics it's given us. It's
Here
actually
are the guitar chords for the song. Verse 1, D, A, B minor, G. Chorus, G, D, A, B minor. Verse 2, D. Wow. What? Should try it.
yeah.
You might be better at this because I feel like you could voice these a bit better than me. Oh, my bad.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Please. Oh, let's do it like this.
That's nearly the same.
Stacy, oh Stacy, she's
Always on my mind.
Uh-huh. Wow, that's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
Sorry, I stopped you there with I was getting so
No,
into
don't.
that. I harmonized. There you go. What do you think? AI taking over the world.
I mean,
I didn't know it could do that.
wow, can they give you the chords and everything? To be honest, I just think this is really handy if you're ever stuck writing a song.
Sure, but Wes, one day you're gonna wake up and your phone will be like, I'm not gonna listen to you anymore.
Right. Sure.
I don't know, I feel like that's something Joe Rogan would say.
Yeah. I mean, will it though?
Yeah.
It might.
Well, I think this is, I don't know, this is, on your phone you've got Siri and stuff.
Yeah.
This is what was kind of promised, I think.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to go on your phone and say, oh, can you do this? Like Alexa and stuff like that. Like
Sure.
I found Alexa's pretty impressive. My friend's got an Alexa. I don't really want one in the house, to be perfectly honest with you. But my friend's got
Sure.
one, and
I'm with you there.
you can play Skyrim on Alexa.
Really?
Yeah.
What, do you tell it to play it?
Yeah, so basically you say, oh, hey Alexa, can I play Skyrim? And it will go, do, and then it'll start you at a quest, and it explains where you are and whether you can go left, right, or forwards, and it explains how much health you've got and what weapons you've got. And you can either choose to go into the evil cavern, straight down the road, or to a wizard's nest. I don't know. Whatever.
Them nesting wizards.
You know those guys love coddling them eggs. And yeah, and then it'll be like, oh, you've encountered an evil nesting wizard. Do you want to attack it, or do you want to use a health potion? And you just talk through it. The games, you can die in the game and you have to restart. It's just like
Right.
like you can play it with. That I thought was really cool.
That is cool. I mean, that's something that's been programmed in, right? But I mean, the thing that gets me is that we are just becoming like fully integrated with technology. Yeah. Which may end up being of some kind of like bioengineering.
Yeah,
I mean, you've already got it in your pocket. Like, fucking amazing what your phone can do.
Yeah.
You don't have to know anything anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
You know? And now I can like ask it to write me a resume for a job.
Yeah.
But the trouble is, it's going to write me a resume for a job, and I'm going to go to the interview. I've still got to speak.
Yeah.
I didn't remember anything about the place I'm going to work
It
at.
might get to the point where you're so precious that you get to, not you, the world, and you just say, look, my phone's going to tell you everything. Ask my phone.
Right.
It's programmed to understand me.
Yeah. Well, they already know. Like, you just have a fucking like projection come out of your face, and they just kind of go like scroll their finger in the air, and they can just read like this hologram in front of you.
Yeah, there was a point where Black Mirror was like spooky and sci-fi, and now it's not. It's more premonition and projecting what is going to happen and what is happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't really want to be part of a world like that, man.
I know.
You know? I don't feel that way inclined as a human being.
I just think, look, I don't know. We grew up in the advent of the internet. The internet didn't exist, then it existed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very good. And then things happened. Like, I was watching a YouTube video about a guy explaining about Napster recently. And
what's that?
So Napster was the first like music sharing website. So you could download music for free. And that obviously essentially shaped the landscape of how music is now. Right. Because it became free. It was like you could download it, but obviously all these musicians and studios had problems with that. Yeah. Because suddenly they weren't making money off their music. Yeah. And rightly so. It was a massive court battle. You can still get Napster now. I don't know what it does. I think it does something similar, maybe. I don't know. But we're in that point now with AI, and it's like, well, AI is basically giving us things that we don't have to think about. We just have to prompt it. I mean, if I wanted it to write a book, I could sit down and just, right, we're going to write a book. We're going to do chapter 1. I'll do chapter 1. Then I'd ask it to do chapter 2. And then, can you change that bit? You don't need. So what does that mean for jobs and people in the future? Who knows?
Absolutely. Especially with streaming. I mean, if you were just... You could be an artist that, like, you don't have to sell 1 million records, you know, to make a living out of your music, you know? Yeah. You could have 1,000 people spending a tenner. And that's going to add up over the space of a year. But if they're just streaming your music, I played a gig last night, and a few people didn't want to buy those 2 CDs because they said, I can just listen to them on Spotify.
Exactly.
You know,
because those 2 CDs, what were they, a tenner each?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that's 2 months worth of Spotify.
Right. Absolutely.
And your CD gives them how many songs?
4 on one and 5 on the other.
Exactly. 9 songs. I'm sorry, they can get 9 billion songs.
Right.
For £10.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If they're that way inclined.
Which is, it's fantastic. You know, what a world of discovery that is. It's amazing. You know, and I enjoy it.
You sound so much disdain as well with that.
What do you mean?
Well, I feel personally that, it's great, but damn, I wish I was making music at a point where this didn't exist.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Because I look at my publishing website, which we release music on, and I've released as a solo artist and as a band, and I look at it and I'm like, well, that's disappointing. You might get so many thousand streams. And that's pittance. Yeah, absolutely. It's pennies, man. Yeah. And the most money we make from it is from people buying the music. But no, I haven't been on. You've got Apple Music and iTunes. I use Apple Music. I've not been on iTunes forever because why would I? I've only been on there to check that our uploads have been published. But I'm not buying anything on there.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I suppose you can use Spotify to launch yourself and to get yourself out there. But I kind of have this ideal where it gets to a point that I don't have to put myself on there anymore. There's Anais Mitchell, I think her name is. She's not on Spotify, but you know, she's in the industry. She's quite a big person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So she doesn't have to do that. But eventually, if it gets to it, I'd like to not be on there.
Yeah.
You know?
I know way back when, a few years ago, Taylor Swift just pulled all her music from there because they weren't paying people enough. Yeah. And that's really, I find that mental because I'm happy to get what I can from it, from all of the services. Like, I'm not just on Spotify. When you publish music now, you know you're on 50 channels. Yeah. Nokia Music. Who's using Nokia Music? But you're on there. Yeah. There's a chance someone might, stream, you get 0.002 pence. Right. But Taylor Swift pulling herself off that was funny.
She can afford to.
That's nuts. Yeah. She was getting something like 9 million listens a month or something like that per song. Wow. And it was like, I don't know, it was such a long time ago. Don't quote me on that. But I was thinking, well, I mean, she can afford to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
But also, people who do that are sort of going. People who make that much money on it. Like I saw an article about a guy who does soundtracks, and he's quite a big musician in the industry. He's not like a well-known musician because he does film music. It's not necessarily that his name is important. It's the tracks he makes for songs, and he got something like 15,000 listens per song per month. Around that. I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot for someone who's not well known but is in the industry. And he was making something like $200 a month.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's crazy
for all those people listening.
Yeah. And actually, Wes, you're talking about selling CDs, man. We've got CDs left in a box that we still need to sell.
Yep.
I don't have a CD player in my house.
Right? Yeah. And the thing is, I mean,
I can't listen to my own songs on CD.
Right.
I have to go on, guess what? Spotify.
I know, but a lot of artists are caught in this little trap because they can't afford to make vinyl, which can cost like £1,000 to get a load pressed. You make a good return on it if you sell them all.
Yeah.
But I can't afford to do that.
But then again, you say that. I went to HMV the other day, and there's all these amazing vinyls they've got in boxes. They've made HMV, the last surviving one, I think, is in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've not seen any others.
Yeah.
And it's like, they've got all these vinyls out, and it's like 3 for 50p or whatever, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
And then you got little record shops trying to sell records.
Yeah.
Their value is gone. There's no sense of value of owning records. And plus, people like to be decluttered. Now they want clean living.
I don't know though. Like a lot of hip kids nowadays, like they love having a vinyl, man.
Yeah. I guess there's. It's probably easy to make fun of like that because it's not necessarily. It's something new to them, but actually, good on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good on them, and keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep buying real records.
Yeah. Fucking right.
Yeah, I don't think I don't. I've got my. I think my mum, when she moved house, she gave me a bunch of old beanal.
I got these old beanals for you, Xander. Xander, get in here.
You want these beanals or not? They're going in the trash. Beatles records.
Oh, okay.
And
I thought you said vinyl wrong.
I said both.
Vinyls.
Beatle vinyl.
Okay.
And I've got them in the house, and my girlfriend's like, these are clogging the place up a little bit, and I'm like, there's 5 vinyls.
No.
And we don't have anywhere to play them, so I don't really have an argument.
Yeah.
But they're nice.
Yeah.
They're nice.
You can chuck them in a frame, put them on the wall. Surely there's more things that clutter a house than fucking vinyl.
I know. But they're not. It's just the world we live in now, man. We don't have the space for things. Everyone wants new things and things immediately. I find that with making music now as well, actually. I feel like rushed to make new stuff rather than leaving it. Like we had like 5 years between 4 or 5 years between records, and I thought that was fine. But actually, fans and stuff want to hear new stuff a lot quicker. It's like, when's the new stuff coming out? It's like, I haven't written anything, or if I have, you're never going to hear it.
It's quite tough that to manage whether you want to put something out or you're going to save it. You know, I don't know if it's. I often feel like I'm running out of time.
Jeez, you okay?
Yeah, I'm dying.
My God,
I'm dying, dude.
Oh God.
No, but like I don't want to like.
The industry's killing me.
Yeah, I've kind of got over that now. I was worried for ages. I mean, I haven't put anything out for fucking 2 years or something. Yeah, it's a tough one to manage. I think it's all relative, man, and you've just got to just stop for a minute and think, okay, should I put something out now?
Yeah.
You know, because what you can do is just flood your stream, and I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Yeah, I found myself doing that in lockdown with like 2-minute videos of just doing covers, just to show. Almost felt like I needed to be like I still exist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just and people really responded well to that actually,
Right.
and it was really fun, and I had a massive interaction with them, but I didn't feel like much gratification about it because I wanted it to be my stuff, and I started doing that, and then I thought, well, actually, I'm going to stop because I want it to be quality
Yes.
rather than just doing quick videos.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put time into it. I've been so off social media for the last year, and I don't want to come back to it until I know I have some kind of plan in place. Because I don't think you can just put stuff up now and people are going to grab it. You know, you've got to be like, okay, I'm going to upload that day at this time, and then we're going to do this, then we're going to do that, then we're going to do that.
I follow a guy on Facebook who I'm trying to understand a bit more about. God, I sound so ancient, but I'm really not. I follow a guy called, but he's got dollar signs in his name.
That's a good start. Is he trying to get you to invest in cryptocurrencies?
No, he's not like that. He's a musician, but he did a song recently which is become quite famous. But the stuff Jesus Christ. Just so you know, I tried to don't explain what this is. This is me searching for it. That's the first picture that comes up.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that on Facebook? Oh my God.
That's on the internet.
That's on the internet. Oh my God. That's on Facebook.
What? Who is that the guy?
That's so messed up. I don't want to search for that. I'm searching for the guy.
I don't think.
Oh my God, I'm going to jail.
We just saw it was a dog.
Don't explain it. Don't explain it. Don't explain it.
Okay. I mean, I wanted to give some kind of context.
No, I think that's enough. That was
not,
mental.
It was not cool.
That was mental. Anyway, I follow this guy and he puts stuff up and he's every day he'll do a picture every day and it'll be like, so does anyone do you remember what's sad and what's coming out on the 9th of February or whatever? And everyone's like, yeah, your new song. And he has this really great interaction with his fans. And I just feel like I don't have time to do that constantly. It feels a bit forced.
Yeah.
But I think you need to have that.
Sure, but he must be doing it quite naturally. You've got to force some part of it. You've got to force I've got to interact. Yeah. But you've got to, force interacting, but be yourself. Say it how you'd say it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I'm sort of envious, really, because I wish I had that much time to
Sure.
I do have time. That's the thing. It's just, I wish I could find him now. It's not even that great. It's really good, but I'm like, how long do you do the same thing?
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at people, I'm thinking, well, I'll try something new.
Mm-hmm.
See if people like that.
I think, to be honest, just having good content, like having a good product.
Yeah.
I think that is the beginning. It's got to be the start before you do anything else. The product, the song, the music.
Yeah.
It's got to be solid. It's got to sound good. And then you just upload that. Just fucking upload that.
Yeah.
And make it look nice, especially if it's on Instagram. I could say some absolute bullshit under a picture, but if the picture looks good, they're always the ones that get the most likes.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a nice picture.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. I recently was in Prague and I took a photo of a tower which looked like the Eiffel Tower, and I wrote, it was a picture of me and my girlfriend, and I wrote on there, "Oh, Paris is beautiful this time of year." And everyone loved it.
But it's not the Eiffel Tower.
But it wasn't the Eiffel Tower. And I really don't think people were reading the comments. So you're right. Because people like it when they put with me and her have a picture together. All her friends sort of do love hearts and stuff. They love that stuff. And yeah, no one considered for a second it looked nothing like the Eiffel Tower. And do you know what I mean? They were just like, "Oh God, you're in Paris."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's a bit like when artists will upload a reel of them playing a song, and if it looks like it's filmed on a potato, I might not stick around as long to listen to it.
Yeah.
But if you've got some house plants and the sun's shining in, you're burning some incense.
Oh.
Yeah. Get a little cigarette in the ashtray. that's a vibe. You know, I might stick around and look at that because that's it's a bit of an ideal. I'm like, oh, they're cool. I want to look like that. Yeah, I want a bit of that pie.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I think if we take the podcast further and do more with this, obviously we're gonna have to start doing videos with it, and that sort of scares me a bit because I think we're gonna have like the fancy lighting. There's always strip lighting.
We can do that in here.
Strip lighting, things. Luckily, where we're filming, by the way, is in Wesley's studio, and it is cool. It's cool. There's a lot to take in.
Yes. It's very cluttered.
But I think there's a thing about that. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I like that actually. There's a charm. But yeah, I think having some I don't know, but because everyone else does that.
Sure.
Unless we just have one mean light. One light. And we just like
one mic.
One light, one mic.
One light,
and
one mic.
We'll call it one. You have one life to live. Don't fuck it up.
Now hold my fucking dog.
No,
so
hold
I can
it.
punch you in the cock.
This is a really bad deal. I don't want to hold that.
Shut up.
Okay, here's my dog. Oh, you punched me right in the balls. Yeah, the music industry's hard. It's hard. It has been forever.
I feel like I know absolutely fuck all about it.
Tell me your worst ever musical experience. And I'll then tell you mine. It's a show and tell.
Worst ever musical experience. Wow. I mean, probably... Okay. I've played some bad gigs.
Haven't we all, honey?
Yeah. You know when you just like...
Haven't we all, honey? It's part of the gig. It's part of the deal, huh?
The show must go on.
You won't make it anywhere in this town with that attitude, kid. Now drop your pants.
I think the one moment that sticks out for me is... Okay, so I've had some embarrassing moments, like growing up playing music and being like 15, 16 and playing some gigs. And you know when you just like, I don't know if you've experienced this, but like I'll try and talk to the audience and oh my God, just shut the fuck up, Wes. Like, I don't know what you're saying, but it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's hard to get it right.
Totally. I feel like I'm much better at it now.
Yeah,
you know? It's much more just calm and like, you know, just present and pleasant. But there was this time once when I was busking because I fucking hate busking, by the way.
Why did you do it?
I was kind of encouraged to do it, you know, but just by people around me, like, oh, you know, it's good, like go busking, might make some money or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And it was up in Boscombe, and I was sat there. My friend was like, I'm playing the song, and it was quite like it was a loud song. I was like really like big voice, and this woman walked by, fagging it. You know, Boscombe, man. You see some.
Some people have said things about the place.
About Boscombe.
Yeah, it's on the street.
Oh yeah.
words get flown around.
Crack and. Yeah, I mean,
allegedly,
there's not a massive amount of money in this area, you know. But
manners don't cost a thing, Wesley.
Well, there is that. Apparently, this lady didn't know this because she fucking. I'm sat there, head down, already fucking embarrassed and shit in my pants, and she walks past. She's got fucking straight coming out her mouth, and she goes, "Oh, learn how to fucking sing."
That's painful.
And my little young face just looked up like, oh, okay.
What were you singing exactly?
It was a song called Radiate. Nice little tune, man.
Not to her.
No. I mean, it was an adolescent voice and it was quite loud. I'm sure it was in tune, but a bit ropey, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Stacey, learn how to fucking sing.
Totally. Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I hope she felt a bit bad. But if she must have like wanted to get some shit off her chest.
Yeah, but she picked on a kid.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Like 14, 15.
Wow, you were busking at that age. Interesting.
Yeah.
I would never have had the balls to do that at that age.
I don't know if I did either.
You weren't ready. You weren't ready for it. That lady, you didn't realise this shark would come swimming through the water.
Yeah. I don't feel like I was ready for any of the shit that happened when I was a teenager. I feel like music dictated my path in a way that I didn't always want to go down.
True, yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I had some regret there. I don't know if I regret it anymore because here we are. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that bothered me for a while. That bothered me for quite a while.
Yeah, I remember I was playing. I when I moved to Bournemouth, I only had an electric guitar, the same one I use now. Actually, I didn't have an acoustic guitar, and I was going to these open mic nights, which were acoustic open mic nights with my electric guitar.
All right, dude.
Well, I mean,
let's go.
Yeah, I didn't really know. I didn't really consider myself a guitarist. It was more about being a songwriter. And I was playing a song, and my girlfriend at the time told me after the gig, and I wish she'd never told me, but basically someone said something horrible, like "this is shit" or something, and I remember that really, really knocking my confidence for a long time.
Oh yeah, man.
And I was like 21 at the time because I'd only really started playing live around that time.
Okay.
And I was that really bothered me. And made me quite sad, to be honest.
Bless you, mate.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck them, what do they know? They're so right.
Yeah, well, especially, I mean, you're a bit older, being 21, you're a bit more developed. You know? And shit can knock you a bit like that. You know? When you do it when you're like 15, you might bounce back from it quicker.
Yeah.
As, you know.
I think so. Because you don't realise there's different implications in your brain. And you're probably easier to move on. Yeah, no, that did bother me. And it doesn't bother me now because it's so many other things have happened. Yeah. There's so many other things that make up for those moments, like when you have people who are just who almost on the opposite end of the spectrum. You can't believe that somebody has enjoyed your show so much.
Yeah,
and you're like, really? Are you bullshitting me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, no worries, thank you, thanks for saying that. And and then eventually it's like, actually, you can stop saying it now and stop following me home.
At your window.
Yeah.
Hey.
I just wanted to let you know again. Yeah, no, there is a restraining order, Gary, and you've got to go. I just wanted to say that your song the other month was really good. Yeah, I'm sorry about my mum screaming in the street at you. You can sing. Yeah, Gary, fucking leave me alone.
Fuck off, Gary.
I always resort to Gary as a name. I actually work with someone called Gary who's really nice.
Yeah.
And he's a good chap.
I mean, it's quite a general name, I suppose, but like Dave or something like that, isn't it?
Craig. That's the new podcast mascot name. Do you know any Craigs?
No.
I don't know a single one.
Quite an American name, I think.
Who was the last person born named Craig?
He's probably still alive, dude.
No. Died in Nam.
They all died in Nam. I was there, man.
But yeah, no, the terrible moments. I think the moments I reel from now, I couldn't give a fuck if someone says they don't like it now. I really couldn't care.
I think that comes with like your own self-confidence.
Yeah.
You know?
Because so many other things back it up. It's like things that bother me now is if I play in a really shitty venue and I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because that's my choice. I've gone there knowing probably
do you
what it's
mean like
like
where you feel like your music doesn't fit in? Or the venue's just fucking shit?
Both times. Both times. Definitely. We played this. I'll give you a story. It's sort of a story, more an anecdotal moment. We played at the Winchester, which is a venue in Bournemouth, which is no longer there. R.I.P. Winchester. It was a great venue.
Absolutely.
And
I have a little story about the Winchester. That was the Winchester in Shaun of the Dead. Is that Winchester?
No.
He went to Bournemouth Uni. I forget his name. But the Winchester had a rifle above the bar.
Did they?
And it is inspired from that Winchester because he used to go there drinking.
Way.
Yeah,
what,
man.
Oh God,
Let's find this out. Let's find his name.
Are we fact checking?
Yes.
Anyway, I'll tell you while you're looking that up. I'm going to tell you the story very quickly. It was a rap competition, and they booked us to play the halftime show.
A rap competition.
Sorry, this rock band, us, Xander and the Keys, played the halftime show, and everyone was wearing flat caps. Ironically, I'm actually wearing a flat cap now, but I don't know. I said something stupid down the mic. I was like, because they were not impressed or bothered by the fact that we were there, because they were all getting into their, your nan's ginger, yeah, that sort of thing, and And then we were like,
Not to discredit rap. Let's.
no, I'm
yeah.
not discrediting
No,
rap.
no, no,
I'm
absolutely
discrediting those rappers.
'Cause
They
right,
weren't very good.
Okay, yes.
And actually, it doesn't matter if you're ginger or you're nan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's important to also disclaim.
Yeah.
But I remember we played, and they were just stood there staring at us. And we played the Winchester loads of times where it was just crazy. And then this one time, they were all stood there staring at us, waiting for us to finish. Like, when is Bazzy B gonna be rapping against Gazzy G? Do you know what I mean? We want to see that. And I just felt so out of place and horrible that I sort of took it out on the audience a bit.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. I know.
And I just said something like, well, "There's too many flat caps in here. Where's your berets?" What does that even mean? What a stupid thing to say. Like the beret is the superior class of hat.
Sure. Well, it's a social comment, isn't it?
Well, no, I didn't even think of that at the time. My brain just said that. So tell me about the Winchester. And actually, we're just going to have a
Oh, nice.
cut now.
It's currently 2 p.m. Cheers.
Cheers. That was a can of Coke.
Yep. Still 2 p.m. Sorry, bear with me.
It's fine. We can cut typing time.
We can.
Unless we do this live. On a live stream. That would be a lot of pressure.
That would be.
I've been on live podcasts before and people talk to you, which is cool. And you can respond to messages.
Oh, I think everyone's from Big.
Is it Edwin Wright or whatever his name is?
Edgar Wright.
Wright, that's it, not Edwin.
Blah 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 blah. Okay, this would be much easier on a laptop. Anyway,
So your Winchester story, was the Winchester in Bournemouth inspired by... Sorry, the Winchester in Shaun of the Dead inspired by...
That's why he called it the Winchester.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is there no... I never saw a gun there, though.
I've fucking seen it. I mean, I can't... Like, you can ask other people that have been there, but I have seen it. You spend a lot of time there.
So...
Yeah, and someone told me that, and then I fucking went in there and said, holy shit, there's a fucking rifle above the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to use it. I just want to say, remind people, this is our first ever episode of Hold My Dog, the podcast. If you have any ideas for what you want us to talk about, that's fine. I think generally speaking, we want to sort of just talk nonsense, talk about music, pop culture, probably start expanding the things we're talking about. Things that interest us. I don't really want to talk about things that don't.
Well, otherwise we're not going to have anything to talk about.
No, we won't. And I talk. I want to talk about. Probably talk about films. I don't know. Do you watch many films?
No.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. I do not watch a lot.
That's
of films.
really helpful.
Yeah, but I mean, I can definitely, if you share some things with me, I can definitely engage.
That's great. Thank you. You said that like you were at a job interview.
Yeah. I often feel like I've got just in general, like I have to say the right thing. And it's like, often it's fucking tiring.
Which is meant to, yeah, you don't need to feel like that. Which is weird because we just had your dad set up all the mics and everything for us. Not that we couldn't do it ourselves, by the way. We could have so done it ourselves.
Dude, totally.
But how kind was he?
Absolutely.
And talking to your dad...
he loves being involved, man.
I love that he's involved. And we will have him. I think we should have him on here.
Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, he's got a lot of interesting things. He's a character.
He's been through some wild experiences through his musical life, and I think he'd be a really great guy to talk to about tours in the 70s.
Oh, really?
With bands, and yeah.
Well, going back to what you said about you feeling like you have to say things exactly all the time, it's quite contrasting when after spending any 5-minute moments with your dad.
I know. Guys just out there just picking words out of the universe.
Yeah, I won't disclose what he was talking about because honestly, it was an idea for a mattress and I don't want people to take that idea and use it because it's his idea. It's his golden ticket. So, but yeah. Anyway, I think should we wrap up?
Yeah.
Hold my dog.
Hold my dog.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We're
Indeed.
going to finish on our famous jingle, the Hold My Dog jingle. Hold my dog. The podcast. Thank you very much. Check back soon for another episode.
See you later.